You guys probably knew about the positives, but you wanted to be like, oh, but what's the negatives? So,
what's the negatives?
What's the catch, guys? Because this car's pretty awesome and cheap.
That's something that we know because we've been driving it for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Which is the whole purpose of this video for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all the little things that you don't think of when you go into purchases.
Yeah. Because the thing about it, you're all excited, you're testing out the new car, then you decide to buy it, and then on the day you buy it, you're super excited, you just drive away, and then when you're using it day in, day out,
that's when these things start to pop up. Hello, welcome back to our channel, Life of Zeions. Today we have our 1 month review on our brand new MG ZST Essence. Today we are sharing with you all of the juicy negatives, all of the positives, and all of the in-between. So if this is something that you're needing to know, definitely stick around. We're going to start with the negatives because let's face it, we all know that's exactly why you're here. If you haven't been here before, my name is Zisha.
and my name is Bronson.
Our channel is the Life of Zeions. If you haven't yet had the chance to hit the subscribe button, please do. And while you're here, why not give the video a cheeky thumbs up? My biggest #1 negative are the window wipers. I have no clue why, but we've got one long window wiper on the driver's side, but then on the passenger side, there's a little short window
It's a
wiper.
little baby one. Big one, normal size, and then the baby one.
Because of the small one, essentially, anytime you're in the passenger seat, your view is directly cut off by the water that can't be wishy-waptied away. Any normal car, the passenger also gets a good view. So I don't know why we've got a smaller one, but that is definitely my first biggest negative. As a passenger in this vehicle, it really interferes with the view.
Next up on my list, the drinks holder. So one thing that you think would be super simple, yet is super not very simple. Doesn't really work that well.
It's too small.
Yeah, it's too small. So we try and put a normal protein shaker in there. Doesn't fit. So now we have to put it into the door holder, but the issue is, in the door holder, it
rattles around
a lot, and we worry we might get a little bit of a scratch. So in our old little hatchback, the i30, the good old Sylvia i30 back in the day, they used to fit in the drinks holder perfectly.
It is a bit of a nuisance. Protein shaker, no can do. Going to the gym, no can do.
Well, we can go to the gym. We just got to put the drink holder.
We can't put our protein shaker in the car.
in the center part of the car. Anyway, yeah.
That is something we definitely are not used to yet. My next negative
is when you drop your pen and you have to pick it up. First world problems.
My next negative is when I am driving, and it's the view that is interrupted from the center camera. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love what the camera is there for and what it's helping us with, but in terms of visibility in the driver's seat, having such a large piece of black plastic behind the mirror is definitely interfering and causing a blind spot when you are driving the vehicle.
Yeah, it goes so far down.
It does. And like a lot of like our old car, for instance, it was just the mirror and it was great. You didn't have anything interrupting your vision. But this one, definitely, it's too much. Yeah. Too much black plastic happening. The other negative I've noticed since owning the MG ZST is the fact that the seat belts don't actually move up and down. In numerous other cars, including our old car, you can move the seat belt to adjust it to your shoulder height. So that is something that definitely does lack. It's not something I ever thought of before purchasing it. It's just something that I've noticed since driving it.
Yeah, once you know you haven't got it, then you realise you're missing out. It's those small little luxuries in life that you're like, oh, that was actually quite nice having that little feature there. But because the car is so cheap, we feel like some things were a little bit of a...
Have definitely,
they had to make the cutbacks.
Had to make cutbacks, and that's one of them for sure.
It is what it is. Another little negative for me, it's not a major, but it is a little bit irritating, especially with that day and age currently where you got your iPhone and the screen is so responsive. The big screen here is gorgeous and it looks amazing, but it is a little bit slow to the touch, so it might lag by a second or two before it does what you want it to do. But it does the purpose, so I can't say it's like a massive negative. It's just a slight little inconvenience.
I have noticed it myself, but I'm actually just so happy to have the screen as well. Like, put it this way, we've gone from a 2010 car to a 2021 car. So the upgrades from what we've come from to where we are amazing, but I would have to agree with Bronson, the screen lag is there just a little bit, so that could really irritate some people, like more than it irritates us. But we must say, we did take the Suzuki Vitara for a test drive.
That was even slower.
That screen, it was so slow, and the one that we actually were driving, the screen was so slow, and in comparison, this is very fast.
Yeah, it is. So,
so it depends what side of the fence you're on. When you turn on your car, it's instantly air coming in from the outside. And this is not something that's too much of an issue until you drive past something that doesn't smell very nice.
Stink air, which has happened a few times.
It has.
Around your work.
I know. For instance, the car parks at my work have just got new
fertilizer/manure.
Yeah, like fertilizer on the gardens, which does not have the best smell. And because it's automatically outside in, as soon as you drive into that car park, if you haven't thought to change it.
Yeah, and we think, did you fart?
Yeah, it really does smell. And then you're like quickly trying to push the buttons and make it like inside ear only. You can't just simply tap the top of the screen where the little car logo is. You've actually got to go into the like heating, cooling area to click it on and off. I would much prefer if you could just tap that home screen, but that's not the case. So that is something that definitely bugs me when we drive past anything
areas.
Smelly, or if there's a car in front of you that like lets out a lot of
a lot of fumes
out of their
exhaust.
It's no good. So that's definitely something that's not ideal, and we wish once we set it to inside only, it just stayed as inside only even when turning the car on and off. So
yeah, it just flips. Even like midway through your drive, sometimes it will flick between the two. Which is super annoying.
It is quite annoying, to be honest, but it's just something that we have to live with, basically. And it's not something we would ever have known before owning it. Like, that's something that we know because we've been driving it for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
So, one thing that I did know before the purchase that I really want, and for me it is a negative, is the boot doesn't have an automatic close button. You actually have to manually close the boot, which I must say is something that I really wanted. I absolutely hate having to tug the boot down. It's something I definitely wish this car had, but in this price point, it didn't come with that, and it's just something I knew going into it I wouldn't have, but that's something that I've had to compromise on for sure.
We never had that in our previous car either, though. But,
yeah, I know.
So,
I just wanted it in our new car.
Yeah.
The last and biggest negative, equally for both of us.
Yeah, what is it? I forgot.
The car had to go back for a service.
Oh, yeah. Only the biggest negative of them all. Not long, like, I think we had the car for about just over a week. And I was picking Zisha up from work, went to turn the car on, and then all of a sudden...
Just when you thought it would stop error messaging.
Everything you can think of that was wrong, could potentially be wrong with the car, was wrong with the car. And they were not working.
What the heck? We've only had this like just over a week. We had to contact our MG dealer. Soph had to go back in, see the doctor, and apparently there was a bunch of software that actually hadn't been installed on our vehicle. They've told us now it should be a-okay, but a huge negative and inconvenience was the fact that Bronson had to sit in that area waiting for Sophie for what, 3-4 hours
Yeah.
There was no car that they could loan us so Bronson could leave. And we only have one car, so we couldn't really make other arrangements. Getting an Uber to Bronson's work was just not really feasible because it was too far of a drive. So, yeah.
I just worked out of the MG nearby cafe for the first few hours. And
outside cafe and throws your butt off.
Yeah, but it's just annoying. You shouldn't have a car for a week and a bit and then it breaks, basically.
Yeah. But we still love our MG ZST Essence. Like, that hasn't, like, yeah, it was an inconvenience, but we are still so happy. We're not filled with regret at all. All of these negatives are far outdone by all of the positives, which we are going to tell you guys now, because as we said, we have upgraded from a 2010 car
to a 2021 car.
And love it. We are in love with her. Yeah, and there are so many great features. Now, for a lot of normal people who have had cars much newer than our old car Sylvie, these might not be a huge surprise to you, but we thought we're sharing the negatives. We'll share our positives as well. That aircon though.
That aircon, that's a positive.
Ooh, it's like I have my head out the window.
It does, eh?
My hair's blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. Alright, back to it. We've got to turn the car off. Alright, that was a good burst. Okay, good burst of our aircon, just to cool ourselves down because it is getting awfully hot in this vehicle.
Yep.
And we're back to talk about the positives.
Yes. We're
going to refer to Bronson's phone for this one, because there's a lot, so we're just going to power through them because we're mindful of how long this video is actually taking. The MG Pilot is awesome. The adaptive cruise control,
life changer.
Love it. It is so good. I'm going to try and set my cruise control now. Okay, it's set at 100. There we go.
Are we going 100 already?
Just wait. Now it's 100.
So you can
I shouldn't have my foot on the accelerator.
So take your foot off the accelerator?
Yeah, it's off.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just driving?
Yeah, it's just driving. This is so strange. I've never used cruise control ever because, oh my goodness.
And you can change the distance that the car follows as well?
Yeah, so I've got it set to a 3-car gap in front of me. It's just going to follow that car. Oh my god.
That is so cool.
This is weird. It's like I'm driving, but I'm not driving.
Yeah.
I'm literally doing like nothing. Yeah. I'm on pilot mode at the moment and it's just trusting it enough. Like right now I feel like I should be braking, but it's just trusting the car. It's already gone from 110 to 93 on its own because of this car in front of us going slower. So it's just a matter of trusting it.
Feet away?
Yeah, I'm not on it.
See, she's
I'm
not
just hovering.
Yeah, she's just...
I'm just hovering.
Just in case someone does something a little bit silly.
So we're going from 90 because that red car's just pulled off. We're at 90 and we're back up at 110 all on its own.
The ability to, you know, sit where you're going to have, follow a car in front of you, have the car adaptively change the speed. We've just taken things up a notch. I just switched on lane keeping, complete lane keeping assistance. Zesha has officially taken her hands off the steering wheel and is doing its thing. Like,
we're driving 100 kilometers. I am not using, oh see I have to, I can't help it.
Yeah, you need to just let it do its thing, babe. So you can turn the center screen off
at night time
and during the daytime. Anytime.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Like, not just night time. Yeah. So you can turn it off
anytime you want.
Anytime you like.
Because at night time it is quite bright. So having the option to be able to turn it off is very, very good.
Yeah, but everything else that is functioning behind the scenes is still working. So if you're playing music, if you've got the aircon running, if you're listening to a podcast,
Apple CarPlay, everything keeps running. That's another huge positive. Apple CarPlay.
Yes.
Having Siri, hands-free talking, you can get Siri to turn your music on, call your mum. It's amazing. We absolutely love it.
Yeah. Anything you can think of that you do through Siri with your phone, you can do it through your car, because obviously it's connected and it becomes one and the same. Hey Siri, call my mum. She probably won't answer. Hello.
You're out in your new car.
We are. We're talking to you right now.
Through the car, and it's amazing because we haven't even had this ever before. It's like, oh my god, it's so cool. I absolutely love the steering wheel. It is so nice to drive. It is just like so luxurious and soft and easy to turn, and the 1.3 litre turbo is absolutely perfect for Bronson and I. We wanted a car with a little bit of get up and go, and I think for the price point that we've, you know, got this car for, it's everything that we could have asked for and more. We feel very safe driving this vehicle.
Yep.
High up, which we absolutely love, and we were really, really wanting to get that. And the turbo, we just love it.
360-degree camera.
So
amazing.
handy for parking.
Yeah. See everywhere, see in front of you, see behind you, see to the side of you. You can see it all in 360 degree. It does look pretty damn cool, and that is definitely a favorite. The other thing it comes with is the 2D view, so then you can also see directly to the sides of the car. So you know if you're a little bit too close to something and you don't want to get...
You don't want to ruin those mags.
You don't want to ruin those mags or run over a little glass bottle or something, you can actually look and push to the side and you can see that.
You can't do the camera when you're driving over a certain speed though. It's only when you're stationary or driving like a very, very slow speed, for instance, in a car park.
I think it's like below 10 kilometers or something.
Yeah, so you can't just watch your car from the outside doing 100 Ks.
Yeah, probably not that safe. So.
Not safe at all. So yeah, just bear that in mind.
The digital screens is another one that I love. Obviously, we've got the big, nearly 10-inch screen in the center, but also the one that's on the dash. So there's so many functions that you can see with it. Anything your imagination would probably desire with that screen, you can see it.
All there at the touch of a button, which is so, so nice.
See your fuel consumption, see how your car's in balance and all that jazz. I haven't really looked at all of them that much enough, but
so far beyond me.
I love it. Yeah.
So far beyond me, I really don't know. Included in all of this, which is such a huge, huge, huge positive for the both of us, a working USB cord.
Yes, one thing we did not have.
And Sylvie, she did have a USB port, but it was broken. And you could not charge your phone while you were driving, which was just so annoying.
Yep, but good thing about this one is, it doesn't come with just one USB port, it comes with 4.
I know, it's so good. We've got 2 in the front, 2 in the back for the back seat passengers, and also there is one behind the mirror if you do want to plug in a dash cam. It's all there, so absolutely love that. I think that it is flipping awesome.
Sunroof is obviously another massive, massive win for us. It's called, I think it's called a stargazer sunroof, and you can really stargaze when you're looking through the sunroof at night time.
The heated seats.
Yes.
The heated seats are a huge positive, and they are something that we did not think we were going to need in the beautiful Gold Coast. But I'll tell you what.
Zisha's been using them every single day.
I use them just about every day. We're in winter here in the Gold Coast, and they are just so lovely on your back.
If you've got a little bit of lower back pain.
Winner. What else is on the list? We've got to pump through these. The electric driver's seat.
Yes.
Winner. If you have not had one before, we did not think we would need that. We were just like, that is the most ridiculous thing. Why would you need it? But it's bloomin' awesome, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah. Another thing that we're glad that we got, and we probably couldn't live without. Now we just wish all the seats had
we wish
electric
this would have the electric too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the mute button.
Mute button. If you listen to some music and you just need to turn it off quickly,
so good because in our old car,
from your steering wheel, you just press the mute button
and it's off. In our old car, like if we were having to vlog, we'd have to like turn the music down. Now, touch of one button, we can turn it off straight away.
Blind spot.
Love that. Yeah. It's really nice.
We love the colour, the design of the car looks gorgeous. We haven't spoken about that, but obviously you wouldn't buy a car if you didn't love it, especially a brand new one. So, yeah, I think that's probably. That's a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'll be here all day pointing out the little things about it. Oh, also, if you've watched all of our other videos leading up to this one with our new car purchase, one thing you guys will remember is the red stitching. We were not such a big fan of that. Now, it's like,
We don't mind.
we don't
It's
mind it
growing
now.
on us.
It's grown on us. We've gotten over ourselves, and we don't mind it. It's all
I
good.
think when we were going to purchase this car in black, I really didn't like the whole black and red look. But because we decided to purchase the car in white, I think that the white and red isn't as harsh. So that's something that we've moved on from and we're happy about.
Yeah, super happy.
But that wraps it up, right? We'll probably keep you posted with other little updates here and there. I know that they're quite new to the market and people really enjoy, you know, watching our ins and outs about our experience with our new MG ZST Essence.
And there are a lot more of them driving around in the GT now. I've noticed. Yeah. Maybe if we should see how many we've sold.
We've sold.
Yeah, if anyone has watched our video and...
Well, we already know one.
Yeah, one person did tell us, they said, oh, you helped us to make the decision to buy the car. So that was really cool. If there's any more of you guys that have watched one of our videos leading up to it and it was part of your decider to do so, let us know.
In the comments down below. But that wraps up today's video, guys. We really do hope you did enjoy our 1 month review on our brand new MG ZST Essence. And we look forward to seeing you guys
In our next video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.